See, people don't stick to what they say. I tell you, boy, you got to catch them on time.
That's why you never say never.
Exactly.
Welcome. No, I'll leave it. Welcome to this week's Nothing But Answers. This week we will have a special guest. He's sitting there. You see him now. We'll get to him in a minute. But let's introduce the cast. What's up, Doc? How you doing?
Hey D, I am doing well. Thank you for asking. It was a pretty good week. Wasn't one of those, real crazy joints that I've been having lately. So
Well, that's good.
yes, right? Yes.
Change for you.
Wasn't real, yes, it wasn't very crazy. So it's been a good week. It's a good week. I'm glad to be here. As I've said many times, this is part of my self-care, talking to you guys and having fun and imparting a little knowledge while we do that.
Yes.
Right. Neil, how's it going?
Neil is good. Thanks for asking. A good week, like Doc said. No complaints from my end. Getting revved up for that birthday week. We're getting there.
Uh-oh.
7 days away from party.
There it is, the countdown to party time.
I started the countdown like a month ago, but yeah, everything's good. You know us Leos.
Yes, Team Leo.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know anything about.
Well, you
Leos.
should look into it because there's a lot to the Leos. But anyway,
I know. All I know, they be lying.
You mean
I don't know what Leos you know.
Lion lying. That's about it.
They be lying. That's all I know.
Whatever, but good week.
Let's go to our voice in the sky. You can't see her, but she's there. The voice of wisdom. Lee, what's going on?
Not much. What's happening, Captain?
Hey, we cooling. How was that week?
It was wonderful.
Oh, there
a
we
lot
go.
of rest and relaxation.
Nice.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
And I see somebody. I'm sorry, somebody here looking fabulous.
Wow.
Terrain, how you doing, girl? Over there looking fabulous.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Terrain.
How are you doing?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yes. Where are you at?
Yeah,
out
just
there
getting ready for vacation.
Okay. All right. Where you at, girl?
I'm at Chubby Chicks, Blackwood. If y'all never been here, y'all gotta get here.
Wow.
Okay. Chubby Chicks.
Yeah, they have great food. Right now they're doing bingo. So I left bingo.
So at Chubby Chicks, they're having a bingo night.
They're having bingo night tonight.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we got to pull up. Chubby Chick, I heard it was really good there. So we might have to.
Oh, it's delicious. Oh, my gosh. Yes. You're not watching calories or nothing. And it's the presentation of the food. Yeah. It's everything.
Okay, we got to check them out.
Yes, sounds good.
Check them out. And before we go any further, are we going to talk about what happened this week real quick with the brawl? Not the brawl. People defending. We're sticking together because listen, I feel I learned a lot from that. I bought a hat, so I know if I need help, I can just throw the hat and people will come running. I got a hat now, and then I went and got licensed. Okay, I went and got licensed.
License to carry.
I'm licensed to carry now. So listen, it could be something. I'm not listen. Don't start now, won't. See that swing? I've been practicing. So I got security on the show now, so I'm good.
Oh man, I got a couple at my house, but I'm not licensed. I guess I need to go get my license.
Yeah,
you registered. You want to get registered before
I gotta get registered.
Before you handle something like this. This is high power. You don't want to just jump into something like this. But that was interesting. So, all right, so we're going to get into it. We're going to introduce Countney Beckles, a loan consultant and a author. And he's going to bring us some things, some knowledge and some things that maybe we didn't know about. Some things that if we'd have learned when we were younger, that would be much beneficial to us, and we'd be further ahead if we knew this. Some people know this. Some people that kind of look different know this already. So we're trying to catch up. Okay. So Countney Beckles, please take over.
Hey everyone, life insurance consultant, by the way.
Life insurance consultant. I'm messing up already.
Yeah,
Look at that.
That's cool. That's cool. Hi, my name is Countney Beckles. As I mentioned, I'm a life insurance broker and author, and my background really is retail management. That's what I've done for many years, and just got a little burnt out from retail and wanted to make a change. So about 10 years ago, I went into the financial services industry, as a banker and a life insurance agent at the time. So got into it for a little bit, but I wasn't as passionate about it as I am now. I stepped away for a little bit and it went back. So a lot of times when you're trying to do something other than what God wants you to do, he always brings you back to it. So I realized that this is something that was really missing in our community, and I could provide a lot of service and education when it comes to life insurance, particularly because it's not a subject that people like to talk about. So I just want to bring more light to it and give people education and let them know it's not just about death. There's so many things you could do with life insurance while you're alive. So, and it's important that many people that the wealthy have been doing for years, and we don't know about that. So I wanted to educate the community and get people to start it early so they can put themselves in a position from earlier on, put themselves in a great position and be able to transfer wealth and use life insurance as a tool to actually build generational wealth. So that's what I'm about. So today what I wanted to do is provide some education, and I wanted to start with the basics of life insurance and then go into more advanced strategies that you can use and leverage throughout your years of owning the policy and using it for retirement as well, and then transferring it to your heirs. So,
All right.
so yeah.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to say anything else before I get started?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So
can I interject real quick? I'm sorry. This is one of my favorite subjects, so I'm super excited for you to be here and to talk about this. I am not a life insurance agent, but I've done a lot of research, and my family is well equipped. And this is something that I push. So I am super excited about this conversation.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Good. Love it. So start. What is life insurance? It's really a contract between a life insurance company and a policy owner in which the company promises to pay a death benefit as long as the policy owner pays a premium, right? So that's in its simple terms, that's what it is, right? So a life insurance contract has 5 parts, right? It has the insurer, which is the life insurance company. So that's the company. That's the one that takes on the risk of insuring someone's life, right? Carrier is another word for the insurance company. So it's insurance carrier or insurer. And then there's the insured. The insured is the person's life that's being insured, right? So if that person dies, then they would have a beneficiary which that money goes to. So the insured. This in a contract is the only person that has to be a human being. So the other parts of it could be an entity, an organization, but this is the only one because you can only insure a human's life, right? You can't insure a trust life or anything like that. So you have the insured. Then you have the policy owner that has the rights to the ownership of policy. So they can borrow against the policy. They can choose their beneficiary. They can transfer the policy. There's a lot of power in being a policy owner because you get a lot of things that you can do financially by owning that policy. So you have the policy owner, and then you have the payer. The payer is the person that pays the premium. That again could be an entity, or it could be a person. In a lot of cases, the policy owner and the insured and the payer are the same person, but not in all cases. For example, a grandmother could be a payer of her grandchildren's policy, but she wanted the parents to be the owner of the policy. They control the policy and they do whatever they need to do. And the grandchildren are the insured, but the grandparents are the payer. A trust could also be a payer. You know what I mean? But in a lot of cases, they're the same people, but they don't have to be. And then you have the beneficiary. The beneficiary is the person or entity or organization that's receiving the death benefit. So when the insured dies, the beneficiary will get that payout tax-free, right? So there's no taxes on the death benefit that's paid. So that beneficiary could be a human being, it could be a charity organization, could be a trust, whatever that insured, that policy owner wanted that beneficiary to be. And so basically those are the 5 parties. Now, in order for you to get insurance, you have to prove what's called insurable interest. What is that? Insurable interest is basically proving to the insurance company that when I die or when the insured die, there would be a financial loss to the beneficiary. So it's easy to prove with a husband and wife, right? Or siblings or whatever. It's easy to prove. So should a husband die, that's going to be a financial hardship on the wife, right? There's going to be a financial loss. His income is no longer there, so therefore makes sense to and vice versa. Should a wife die, same thing. Whether it's siblings, you could prove insurable interest even if it's 2 friends. How do you do that? Let's say 2 friends live together and they share expenses. That happens, right? Hey, we share expenses. I have my room. We're roommates. However, the lease is in both our names. So if one died, then there's a financial loss there. So that's what you have to prove, right? You only have to prove that at the beginning of the contract, but the policy owner has the right to change their beneficiary later on. For example, a husband and wife is married, they got divorced. They can change beneficiary, right? Because whatever the beneficiary is there, that's who would get the benefit. And I've heard stories before where it wasn't changed and the wife was really mad because the ex-wife got the beneficiary, get the death benefit. Right. So, but as a policy owner, it's your responsibility to make sure that's changed. So you can change your beneficiary at whatever time, anytime you want, right? So those are the 5 parties. Now, in order to qualify, let me actually talk about the types first, because this is always a big topic for people. People want to know, should I get term insurance? Should I get whole life? So there's 2 types of insurance, right? There's term insurance, which is for temporary needs. And there's permanent insurance, which is for permanent need, long-term needs. So whenever you're getting insurance, you have to also know this. What are my concerns? Is it for short-term concerns or for long-term concerns? Some people like to consider term insurance like renting a house, but I disagree with that analogy, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then when they talk about permanent, they talk about it, that's like owning a house. But I disagree, because at no point when you're renting a house, if you die, you'll ever get $500 million. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, how much again? How much you say? How much?
It depends on what. No. $500,000 or $1 million or whatever the benefit is, the death benefit. But At no point, because you could be paying rent for 20 years and you paid hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that, right? For life insurance, you could let's say you had a 20-year term insurance. You could pay up to 19, and it's very inexpensive. You'd pay a lot less than that, but you can get a high benefit. So term insurance is the purest form of insurance. You pay the least amount of premium for the most amount of death benefit, right? And it's for temporary needs. So they have like 10-year term, 20-year term, 30-year term. Those are the most common. Some insurance company will have 5 years, 15 years, or 25 years. But if it's for temporary needs, you want to get that in place in your income years where you haven't built up your assets or your income yet, and you want to protect yourself just in case you die prematurely, right? So what if I die before, I have a lot of money and all the money I plan to make? I want to make sure that my kids are taken care of. I want to make sure there's money there for my wife, so they can continue living. Since my income is no longer there, this will replace my income so they can continue living until they get adjusted without my income. I want to what if I die before the mortgage is paid off? I don't want my family to have to move or sell the house. Let's take care of that. Term insurance could do that. What if I die before my children go to college? I want to put away some money to help them with their college education. So those are temporary needs, because once your children grow up, once the house is paid off, once all that is gone, you don't have a need for that anymore, right? Make sense so far? So that's what it's for. And then you have permanent life insurance, which is when I die. We hope it's later than sooner. So it's when I die, these are the things that I want taken care of. When I die, I want to make sure there's money to take care of my funeral. I don't want to have my family go to GoFundMe to raise money for my funeral. That's my responsibility. I want to take care of it. So when I die, funeral expenses taken care of, done. All right. When I die, I want my estate. There's money to take care of my estate, everything that goes along with my estate. When I die, I want to transfer X amount of dollars to my heirs, right? I want them to have that. So you use it for wealth transfer. You use it for final expenses, estate planning. You can also use it for retirement income, because a permanent policy has 2 buckets in there, right? So when you pay a premium in a permanent policy, it has the cost of insurance bucket, and then it has a cash value bucket, which is a savings account that's going to compound safely and grow interest on it, right? So you can actually leverage that account and borrow against it to do whatever, right? So with a permanent policy, you have a couple of them. There's whole life, which is the most basic permanent policy. It's straight up. There's a level death benefit. You pay your premium, and that's usually it's a level premium that you pay, whether it's every month, every year, or every half a year, every quarter, and then that's the death benefit you're gonna get. So it's less flexibility. Plus, you're guaranteed a particular interest. So it's maybe 4% or 5% that you're gaining. So it's very straight up. This is what you're getting. This is what you pay, and that's what you're gonna get. Universal life is a lot more flexible. There's flexibility in the death benefit, and there's flexibility in the premium. So your death benefit could change and your premium could change based on how much you're paying at the time. There's a minimum that you have to pay, but it gives you more options to change things as life happens. So universal life gives that. I like one that's called Index Universal Life, which it's a little bit more sophisticated. It's still safe, and you could utilize it by taking getting some of the upside of the market, but not being invested in the market. So it has what's called a cap and what's called a floor. So basically, when you pay a premium, what they do is instead of getting your regular 4 or 5% that you would normally get in a whole life policy, you're taking that interest that they would have paid you and you're using that to buy call options in the market. Okay, you're using it to buy call option in an index such as the S&P 500 or the Bloomberg index or PIMCO, whatever index, right? You choose, and you're choosing that year to year. Now, should the index perform well, you can share in those gains, right? So let's say your cap was 12% and the index went up 20%. You would get interest credited of 12%. Instead of with your whole life, you would get your 4 or 5%. So you get 12% because the cap is 12%. Now, what if the index go down? You also don't lose because your floor is 0. So if the index went down 20%, then you get no credit at all. So instead of losing with it, because again, remember, you're not invested in the market. So when it goes down, your floor is 0. So what you're doing is you just gave up that 5% that you would normally have gotten. You don't lose any of your principal. You just gain nothing. So that's how that works. But it also protects you against previous years. You have what's called lock-in and reset. So let's say 1 year you had 100,000 in cash value and you gain 10%. That's 10,000. Now you have 110 in your policy. The next year the index tanked. Now it went down 30%. You're still locked in at 110. You don't lose anything, right? And then the next year you go again. So that's how it works. So that gives you the opportunity to participate in higher gains, but also protect you against losses, right? So permanent policy is what you would actually use to leverage. And what I mean by that, you leverage the cash value in the policy. So you can borrow against the cash value. And why is this such a big deal compared to having a money in the bank? First of all, you're getting a higher interest because you compare it to really a bank. You're safe because it's a savings account, right? You're getting higher interest. Secondly, when you go and touch your money in the bank, let's say you had 100,000 in there, you go pull 50,000, you only have 50,000 there now. With this particular method, if you borrow against your 100,000, you still have 100,000 in there. And you have 100,000 that's continuing to gain interest uninterruptedly.
And is that with any of the permanent types?
Yes.
Okay.
The permanent policy, you can borrow against it. You can withdraw, but that wouldn't be the smart way to do it.
Okay.
So you would borrow against it, and you won't pay any loans aren't taxable, so it wouldn't be no tax. You just pay the interest on the loan. But the great thing is that you're continuing to get interest on the whole 100,000. Right? So it's like you never touch the money, right? It keeps going up. It never goes down. It only goes up, right? Uninterrupted growth. So now you leverage that, you borrow against it. So where's that 50,000 coming from, right? It's coming from the insurance company. So whenever you have cash value in your policy, it's stated in your contract, you can borrow against your cash value, and then the insurance company has to do it. You don't have to fill out any credit application, no credit check, nothing like credit is not involved at all. Once you build that cash value, the insurance company have to lend you their money and for you to go do whatever, go invest in a business, working capital for your business, go buy a property, whatever it is that you want to do. You make your money, You pay back your loan, and you rinse and repeat. You keep doing that as many. And the thing is, when you go back, you're going to have more to borrow against because the cash. Remember, the cash value keeps growing, so you'll have more and more to borrow against because your cash value keep going up, right? So it's the ultimate leverage. It's the ultimate leverage, right? You could keep doing this over and over and over again, and the insurance company actually don't even stress you about the paying back the loan. Now, I always advise people to pay back their loan because if you don't, then you're really choking the growth of your cash value because the interest at least still have to be paid. And if you're not paying anything, they're going to take it from your cash value and pay back the interest. So if you want your cash value to grow, accelerate as much as possible, you want to pay back that loan and just keep doing it again and again, right? But the reason why the insurance company don't stress you about paying back your loan, they don't care. Like I said, you have the ultimate control and leverage. And the reason why they don't care is that should you die before you pay them back that loan, that money will come from your death benefit. So let's say your death benefit was $500,000 and you had a $50,000 loan outstanding. Your beneficiary is going to get that $500,000 minus the $50,000 minus any interest you owed as well. And that's
wow.
Yeah. So that's how that works. So how do you qualify for life insurance? How do you qualify? Right? Because you actually do have to. I was just
about to ask that question.
He's like, that sounds good. Let me. How do I So how do you qualify? Because you do have to qualify, and this is why I tell people, because they have this myth in their head that if you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance. You need life insurance later. But you really should get it when you're young. You're ahead of the game. You know, if you have children, you should start with them early as well, right? But the younger you are and the more healthy you are, it's the better because it's based on your age, it's based on your health condition, and how much you qualify for, and all that. And if you start early, it's going to be a lot less expensive, and you're also protecting yourself from being uninsurable in the future. There are many people who don't take care of that, and later on they have some kind of illness or sickness, and now they don't qualify. Had they already took care of it earlier, they got it, so they're in position. So that's why. But you do have to qualify. So what they're looking for is health status. So they do look at your health history. When they're doing their underwriting process, they're going to check with your physician, see your health history, see if there's any problems you have. So they want to make sure you're healthy. They also want to make sure that financially what you're applying for makes sense. So if you're applying to receive, let's say, a $5 million policy and you only make $40,000 a year, that's a red flag. They're going to look and make sure, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? So it has to make financial sense. They'll give you as much protection as you qualify for, but you also have to make financial sense. All right. So
if you made, excuse me, I have a question. If you made $40,000 and you applied for a $5 million policy, would they actually turn you down if they didn't think it made sense to them?
They might. They're going to question it. And you might have to prove why you need $5 million in policy. Yeah, because the income doesn't say you do need that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because if you die, they're gonna probably need $40,000 a year to replace your income, right? How many years you want to have that? Let's say 10 years. Let's say 10 years. 10 years is $400,000. Let's say 20 years. That's $800,000. You know what I'm saying? So those more make sense, but $5 million, it would make sense to them. So you'd have to they'll question it and
So
you have to
I have a
prove
question.
why. Yeah.
So you said start when you're younger, but if you're younger, maybe you don't have a lot of money. So how much policy could you get if you're making 20,000 a year?
So if you're younger, um, you could do two things. You could get a term policy to do the pure protection, but when I say that, I was more leaning towards the permanent policy, because if you're younger and you start that, then you can start building the cash from early on, so that 10 years later you have something to work with. You could use
Gotcha.
it to help buy your first house. You could use it for a wedding. We know weddings are expensive, right? You could use it for your children's college, right? Whatever. You could leverage it for your business. So if you start earlier, you start building some, because it's compounding interest, right? And the power of compounding interest when you start young, like you
How,
can literally buy a policy for your children and have them use it throughout their entire life, through college, to buying their first home, to getting married, using it in retirement income, and still have money to transfer to their next generation.
question. What about those who think that um they have a policy through their work, so they're okay?
Great question. I actually did a video on that on my Instagram. That's a myth. The reason why that's a myth is because they don't own or control that policy, so it doesn't go with them. And I have a story to tell you to answer that question as well. A friend of mine, actually, his dad worked for a company, and he had to retire early. He had to resign, right? The reason why he had to resign, because he had health problems. He had 2 open heart surgeries, right? And he was now looking for life insurance because he no longer works at that company. He no longer works at that company, so it doesn't go with him. He now has no life insurance, right? So he's unhealthy and he's looking for life insurance. Guess what? He's uninsurable.
Mm.
No one's going to insure him after having 2 recent open heart surgeries. He's uninsurable, right? And for some people, even if they are insurable, what end up happening, because they're older, it becomes too expensive for them to afford. So they still end up with no insurance.
Well,
So
let's
your job insurance, A, usually is not enough to cover you, and B, you don't own or control it, so therefore it doesn't go with you. You can lose it. And what if the company decide that benefits are getting too expensive? We're not going to offer life insurance anymore next year. You don't have any, right? You don't own it and control it, so it's not yours, right? So
mhm.
take advantage of it if you got it, but have your own that goes with you. And as long as you pay your premium for your own insurance, you got it.
What about those who, let's say, single mother or single father, single parent, and they're barely making it past? Can they afford this policy?
Well, I always say some insurance is better than no insurance at all. Get what you can afford earlier on, and then later on, as your income grows, you can always get another policy. So a term policy, especially if you're in great health, is very, very, very affordable. Less than $20 a month you can pay for a term policy. Matter of fact, one of the old companies I used to work with, after becoming a broker, I kind of learned more about what's on the market and what other companies have, and what's expensive and what's inexpensive. A company that I used to work for was very expensive. So I switched over my wife's policy, her term policy from that company. She was able to get $600 in term insurance, 20-year term, for $14 a month. She had good health. I mean, it might be $20 for somebody else or whatever. So she had good health. So she was the highest rating. So based on that, her premium was cheaper. $14 for $600,000. All right.
What do
So
you oh, I'm sorry. What do
go
you
ahead.
think about the policies that they keep advertising on television where they say it doesn't matter your health status, it's only this small amount a month?
Okay.
Are they
Well,
worth
there are companies that will that has an appetite of taking on risks of people that don't have good health. Two ways they can do that. Either through a group policy, so they're sharing the risk. If it's a whole lot of people, then it doesn't matter. It's limited underwriting, and they could take on that risk because it's spread across so many people. And B, if they're taking you on as an individual and they don't care about your health status, I guarantee those policies are not cheap. Because if they do that, if they're just insuring people that have bad health or have high risk of dying, and they're just taking them on that, they won't be in business for too long. An insurance company is not a charity organization. They're in business. So they are going to make sure that they underwrite their risk and protect themselves from adverse risk. So it's necessary for them to have fair discrimination. Yeah. So they check your health status and all that. So health, financial underwriting, and also your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is important. Are you a person that drink a lot? If you drink a lot, you're more likely to have a problem, getting an accident. Or do you have any DUIs on your license? They check that. They check your consumer report. Do you have any dangerous jobs, whether it's environmental risk type of jobs or being a pilot or whatever? Any dangerous jobs? Do you have any dangerous activities that you partake in?
How about a high body count? No, they don't check that. I'm just checking. I need to know.
They should say you're at risk.
They do ask the question if you have AIDS and stuff like
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You got to ask all these questions. You got to know what you know before you go in there.
Wow.
But yeah, so if you bungee jump or skydiving and stuff like that, they'll check those things out. Now you can get insurance. Usually you can get it based on the particular state, and it doesn't really matter your address unless where you live is dangerous. So, for example, I might have a cousin that's visiting from Georgia, and she came into New Jersey, right? She wants to get life insurance. As long as I write the policy in New Jersey, New Jersey has jurisdiction. So even though she has a Georgia address, New Jersey is where the jurisdiction is, and I have a New Jersey license, so I can help her. So those are the things you need to qualify, mainly health, finances, and lifestyle. That's what they're looking for. What else? Policy loans. We touched a little bit about that, right? We touched about policy loans, how it works, how you can leverage it, and what the policy still continue to grow. Again, there's two ways to access your policy loan. You can withdraw from it, but when you withdraw it, your cash value goes down. So I never suggest anyone doing that. You could take out a loan instead, because you're taking out a loan and you're not paying any interest on the loan. Well, you're paying interest on the loan, but you're not paying any taxes on the loan, and your interest in your policy is going to continue to grow. So it could be either a wash or what's called an arbitrage. What is that? A wash loan is mainly what you're paying for the loan is the same that you're getting credited. So let's say you pay 6% for the loan. You're also getting 6% credit on the interest there. So that's a wash, right? But you also have arbitrage. And mainly that's in policies that give you higher interest, especially like an IUL. So you might pay 6% for the loan, but you get credited 10% on the money that you have in the policy, right? So you're borrowing money, but you're getting more than what you're borrowing. So you could do that. So that's how policy loans work. What else? You could also use your policy. It has tax advantages. That's another thing about life insurance policies. That because of IRS codes, whenever you do something that the government don't want to do themselves, or you're taking it out of their hands so they don't have to worry about it, a lot of times you get tax advantages. This is why businesses get tax advantages. That's why Amazon could get tax advantages, and they're talking about Amazon not paying any taxes. They hire 1.5 million people, right? So they have 1.5 million taxpayers, so the government don't have a problem giving them tax advantages because they're hiring taxpayers. They're hiring people with jobs to keep the economy going, so they get tax advantages. So when you get a life insurance policy and you're taking care of your own finances, and when you die, there's no burden for your family to go get assistance from the government, you get tax advantage of that, right? So you grow your money tax-free. So the money that's in the policy, so when you pay a premium, that's actually post-tax dollars. That's already taxed, the money that you're gonna put in the policy. Now, once it goes in the policy, as much as it grows, zero taxes. As long as you do everything the right way, right? I won't go into that, what that means, but you can grow your money with zero taxes. And in some companies where they pay dividends, which are called mutual companies, right? Because there's two types of life insurance company. There's a stock company and there's a mutual company. The stock company, just like any company that's traded on the stock market, right? They're owned by shareholders. A mutual company is owned by policy owners. So they pay the policy owners dividend, right? So the IRS will not charge you any interest on that dividend, because typically if a shareholder gets dividend, they're paying interest on, they're paying taxes on that interest. In a policy where you're getting dividends, right? You are not charged because the IRS code that as a return of overpaid premium. Okay, so they don't tax you that. What a lot of people do is, and you could do whatever you want with your dividend. You could take it as cash, or you can use it to buy more life insurance, or you can dump it back into your policy for it to grow more. All right, so you have dividends, payment of dividends as well, right? So you grow your money tax-free. You can access it tax-free by loans. Remember, I mentioned that loans are not taxable. So you can access your money tax-free. And then when you die, it is transferred to your beneficiary tax-free. So just remember those three things: grow tax-free, access tax-free, transfer tax-free. So those are tax advantages of life insurance. You can also use life insurance as a retirement vehicle. And in my opinion, it is actually a better retirement vehicle than the traditional retirement vehicles that's advertised, like an IRA or a 401k. Those are traditional retirement vehicles. I think life insurance is even better. Why? Because what are people concerned with retirement?
Having enough money.
Having enough money, right? One of the companies that I work for did a recent study, and these are the main three things that they're concerned about. Having enough money for retirement, number one. Number two is, I don't want to lose any money, right? They don't want to lose it. They want that money to be there. And number three, they don't want to get killed with taxes. Well, that's a contradiction with the retirement income, because they do exactly that, right?
Yeah.
Because a retirement income, a 401k is a tax deferred vehicle. So if I ask you guys, what's your feeling towards taxes in the future? How do you feel based on our economy now? How do you feel about taxes? Do you think it's going to be
they're
more?
going up. Yeah, they're
Oh,
going
they
up.
can be higher.
It's going to be higher, right?
Through the roof.
So if it's going to be higher, why are we putting our money in vehicles that's going to charge us more taxes later on?
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to be charged more with taxes later on. Right? So that's number one. Number two is it's invested in the market, right? And what could happen in the market? You can gain a lot, but what can happen?
You can lose a lot.
You can lose too, right? They're
Right.
concerned about losing money. They don't want to lose no money, right?
Right.
So it's contrary to what people want. And this is why a lot of times when people put their money in the market for retirement. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't invest in the market. I'm all for it. All I'm saying is, if this is retirement income, you don't want to put it there. You want to put it somewhere safe where you don't have to worry about it. Because what end up happening is, people are talking about you can get 10% gain. People don't end up realizing that, because their emotions, when they see the going down, they're like, let me cut my losses, take money out. And then when it starts going back up, they put it back in there. The complete opposite of what you should do, right? They're selling when it's low and they're buying when it's high. So they don't realize it, because what? The human emotions. I just think you should put retirement income somewhere where it's safe and you can grow it safely. Don't worry about it. And here's the great part about using a life insurance policy in retirement income, for retirement income. In your retirement age, what usually happens is they go out of the market, right? They stop, because now they're at a part where we can't lose no money, so we're going to come out of the market. With a life insurance policy, because you're not in the market, you're going to actually continue to grow money. So you have one vehicle where it stops growing, and I have to take it out now. And what usually happens is money runs out. And that's why a lot of advisors will tell their clients, only take 4% off your nest egg, because they don't want the money to run out. But if you have it in a life insurance policy, it doesn't run out, because you're still earning money while you're pulling out. Right? So it's a much better vehicle for retirement income. Right? And still going to have enough money to transfer to your beneficiaries. Now, before I take more questions, I wanna wrap up with the wealth transfer aspect of it. You guys heard of the Rockefellers, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
They are one of the wealthiest families, and even now people don't even know how wealthy they are, because they have utilized a combination of life insurance and trust to build and continue generational wealth, right? And they call it a family bank. So they pretty much created their own banking system with their life insurance. So everybody has life insurance, each generation, and when they die, the money goes into the trust. And the reason why the money goes into the trust, because there's control and guidelines there of what to do and how it's to be used. So there's access to the money, but it's not just given to them, to their heirs to just spend. So they're not entitled to it, but they have access to it, right? The Vanderbilts were once the wealthiest family in America. Today, they don't have anything to show for their wealth, right? And how many people have you heard of that have won the lottery, and in 5 years they're broke again?
They're broke, right?
Right, because with money, it doesn't matter how much you have. If you don't put it in a system for it to continue to grow and get bigger, it's going to die. It's going to go. It's going to run out. The Vanderbilt's money run out because of lavish spending and charity and giving to charity and giving it away, right? So if you're doing that, it's going to disappear. It's going to go, right? So if the next generation, if their relationship with money is to spend it and pay bills and do all that, then it's going to go. So the Rockefeller, on the other hand, they have the family bank. Now, if you want to start a business or whatever, you come to the family bank, you bring your business plan, whatever, and okay, we'll lend you the money, but we're lending it to you. So you go make your money, get your profits, and then you pay back the family bank. The money goes back into the family bank. So it never runs out of money. It's anything you borrow, you're putting it back, plus it keeps growing and compounding. And when other people die, money is going back into it. They are so wealthy. And they don't have to go beg any bank for money or whatever. They go to the family bank.
Wow.
They've got that's the system they've been using for generations now. Generational wealth. That's what it is. Because it's about the knowledge and what to do with the money, and then and the strategy. We're using life insurance and trust strategically to transfer and build our family bank and make sure it keeps replenishing. It always is growing. It never goes down.
And it sounds like it takes some education.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that people
definitely.
don't take money out the bank and never pay it back.
Exactly. Education. So when you come and you said, okay, we want some money, you have to come in. The board of directors for the family bank, for the trust, has to look and make sure that, okay, it makes sense, and you have to pay it back. So they're not just going to just dish money out. You got to come with a plan. You got to come with education. You got to come with a solid plan of what you're going to do with the money, and then you got to pay it back. Once you make a profit, pay it back.
Wow.
That's wow.
But they don't have to go to the bank for anything. They have it all in their family bank.
Wow.
That's why this concept is called infinite banking, because what you're really doing is building your own bank so that you can borrow against the money in your cash value life insurance policy, as opposed to borrowing it from the bank, right? So that's the concept of infinite banking. You're using your money that you build up, and from your life insurance, you leverage it, and it's infinite because you could just rinse and repeat and do that over and over and over and over again.
And that's not information we learn when people talk to us about life insurance. I've never heard that before.
Me either.
Because why?
People just say buy the life insurance policy. That's just buy it, and your family will have a way to bury you and pay your bills.
Right.
That's all they say.
Yes, because they're only selling death insurance. But life insurance while you're living life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's crazy. Like you brought a lot of information tonight that you don't normally hear, especially when you get the quick little brief buy this, pay this, and you know, when you die, you be able to pay for your funeral. Maybe buy a Snickers.
Yes.
But so where can people? You actually can do one-on-ones with people, right, and help them out. Like how do people get hold of you?
I do consultation. I'm on Instagram. Black Stallion _ insurance broker. I'm on Facebook, Countney Beckles. I'm also on YouTube, same thing, Black Stallion _ insurance broker. And the link is always there. I have a lot of educational videos on YouTube as well, where I go deep into the different policies and an IUL and a whole life policy and infinite banking and all that, and how we structure it and design it to work better for you, because that's something I didn't mention just now. But you can have two policies. You're paying the same amount of premium, and they work differently because your goal is different. The regular policy that you buy, that's a permanent policy, is mainly about the death benefit. So you have a high death benefit that pays the agent more, and a lot more, and it actually gives you usually no cash value in the first year or two, and it takes a while to build cash value. So you could pay $10,000 in a policy and have no cash value in the first year or two because it's front loaded with death benefit.
Right.
That's
about. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish. I'm sorry.
That same policy, that same 10,000, you can put in a policy designed for infinite banking, structured to maximize your cash value and minimize your death benefit, because your death benefit is more of a long-term play. You don't care about having a high death benefit. Now, you're trying to maximize your cash value to leverage it. That same 10,000, you can have access to $800 to $8,500 in the first year, right? In 30 days, right from the jump.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So I have a quick question. How long does a consult usually last?
Usually I give it half hour, but it's for some people it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but I give a half hour block.
So you can give all this information in 15 minutes? No,
I don't give all.
How do you someone really needing this information? Like how long?
If somebody really need this information,
yes,
this is what they should do.
Okay.
Buy my book.
There?
It's all here. All right. It's on Amazon right now. $20. You can buy this book. Get your life together. The ultimate guide to building generational wealth. So I talk about some of the things I talk about tonight. What is life insurance? The type of life insurance. How do you qualify for life insurance? How to calculate the amount of life insurance you need. Definitions and key concepts you should know about. Policy provisions, riders, options, and exclusions in the life insurance contract. Policy owners' rights, cash value and policy loans, tax advantages of life insurance, the infinite banking concept, using life insurance for retirement, and wealth transfer. So all in the book. All right. So get it?
Okay.
That's all you need.
I have one last question.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone else about life insurance, and they told me that their financial advisor told them that they don't need life insurance because of the rate they save. That they save at a high enough rate that they don't need life insurance. They'll have enough money to do all the things that they need to do.
So I disagree with that. And what a lot of financial advisors, a lot of even life insurance agents, they have like a one-track mind, and they only think maybe they have bias to a certain product or a certain strategy, and they tell everybody, do this. This was, for example, have you guys ever heard of the concept buy term and invest the difference? Never heard of it? Well, there's a company called Primerica. They're not even a life insurance company.
I've
They're
heard of
actually
them.
a middleman. They're actually a middleman in between life insurance and investment companies. Their concept is buy term and invest the difference. They're telling people term is cheaper, put your money in term insurance, and then invest the difference in the market. That sounds great, but it does take a lot of discipline to invest the difference. And what I find is a lot of people don't have discipline to put their money, and then there's risk in the market and stuff like that. And then what happened with a lot of times when people just buy term insurance, they end up outliving, right? Because the fact of the matter is 2% of term insurance policies is paid out. Now, You could be one of those 2%, you know. So I'm not telling people don't. I'm telling people get it. If that's what you can afford, get it. Because I believe in having some life insurance. I have a term policy as well as a whole life, right? But 2% pays out, right? Because either the policy lapse or they don't die within the term. And if you don't have a permanent solution in place, what's going to happen is you're going to end up being uninsured later on. And because life insurance is based on your attained age, what happens is that a lot of people end up not renewing term because it becomes unaffordable later on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So you got to think about all those things. You can't just tell people do this, do that. Talk to someone, see what their goals are, see what their information, where they're at, or whatever. But even if you're saving enough money, right? Where are you saving that money? Is it in the bank? Is that going to be enough? Because we all know that the bank is not a place to save money. They pay you 0.5, even maybe 0.1% interest. You don't grow the money. And if inflation is 3% and you're getting 0.5, you're losing money, right? By keeping your money in the bank, right? So you got to go somewhere where you get a much better rate of return, right? So if it's in the market, that's just one strategy, right? Because remember, the market comes with risk as well. So you have to be strategic. That's just one strategy. Where is your safety and protection strategy? You have to have that in place. So life insurance comes in there.
That was a great answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. So listen, we have his IG on the screen. If you want to get in contact with him, he has IG, and you said your YouTube is the same.
Yes.
YouTube is the same. Definitely reach out to him with any questions. He's definitely here to help. I mean, you brought a lot of information tonight. You know, I might need to sit down and break it down. Some of it.
Get the book, people. Get the book. I'm telling you.
And listen, hey, go out and check that book out. Check that book out. It definitely is a way to help you as well. So we definitely thank you for joining us and bringing the information you brought. Anybody have any questions on the anybody? Everybody pretty good?
No, I'm gonna get the book so I can refer back.
Good.
Well, thank you. Would you like to say any last words, Court?
Yeah. I just want to thank everyone. Thank you, Daryl, for having me. And
no problem.
Thank everyone for listening and the questions you have. Really appreciate it. And it helps me too to see what else people are need to know. So when I make content, I'll have that in mind. So really appreciate you all tuning in and coming with your questions as well.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Court. Hey, you have a good night, man. We'll be in contact.
All right.
Thank you. Right.
Woo! That was a lot of information.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's good information.
It definitely is. I think I'm gonna have to sit down and go over some stuff because it was a lot, and I was stuck on one part, and I'm writing stuff down, and missed this part, and got
Go
pieces
get the
up
book.
in.
Go get the book.
Right. I'm gonna get the book. Yeah, definitely get the book. Gonna need to get the book.
I'm getting the book.
Very, very interesting.
It's a lot to digest. It's a lot.
And again, it's like stuff that you haven't heard. Especially,
Exactly.
I know my parents didn't hear it. I don't know if they even knew anything about life insurance or term life or anything like that. You know, they had whatever
Well, I know
they had at
that
work.
they knew about it because the insurance man would come around. I don't know if you remember, Neil.
He did. He came to the house. Yes.
Yes, he would come on the block
He
and
came
come into
to the house.
But they didn't. I don't ever remember them giving out any information.
No. Nor going into those other tangents about how to live off of your life insurance if you need to. No.
Right.
Never.
That was very, I didn't hear that before.
Wow.
So that was really good. A lot of information. And like I said, we definitely want to also bring some informative stuff to people because you may not hear this, and this may spark something in you to go research more, and that's what we're hoping it does. Hopefully you'll go and research more or learn more or contact Courtney because this is very beneficial to you. So we all need it. At a certain point, we're going to need it. Everybody's not going to live forever. So.
Nope.
What you mean?
With these pending birthdays, I'm getting the book.
Listen.
It's coming fast, coming.
You know what I'm saying? We're already behind the ball, 8 ball.
Exactly.
We gotta pick it up. But
Let's look for 10, right?
you good over there, Leanne? Did you?
I'm good.
It was a lot. So let's just finish up a little bit. Let's talk about some of these comments this week. Some of these comments was kind of crazy in the group. It was interesting week.
Oh man.
Just make sure everybody go to Walmart. They get your free school supplies. You know, you got to outrun security. As long as you can outrun security, you can have all the supplies you want. So
I don't know. Security not playing no more.
No, they're not.
Beat that man with that stick in the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
Definitely. I saw that.
Mm-hmm. They're taking that job seriously now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why is that
Not
echoing?
play.
Yeah, there's a big echo.
I don't know, but I hear it now.
Gotta turn that big mic down.
The big mic is always up, so we know it ain't a big mic. You talk about my mic. I don't know what's going on.
Is someone on Facebook while we're on here? Are you on Facebook, Daryl?
Nah, you wouldn't hear it. That's just echo maybe. Blame me. This is blame only man. He did it. Typical.
Let's see.
I'm not sure what happened. Something's different. Check that. I think it's Bruce.
No, it may be transferred. Now that you said that, it may be transferred through that metal chair that's propped up there.
Nah, it was fine. It was fine the whole show. All of a sudden, it just started.
Yep.
You know, somebody touched something. One of y'all did something. Keep an eye on y'all.
Should we go out and come
Is
back?
it gone?
No,
Did it
it's
go?
gone.
It went away. Wait.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay.
It left.
Okay. Well, maybe he's wanted to make an appearance on the show for real quick. Oh man. So I thought one was interesting. The one, who should you hug first? And they had the mother, wife, daughter, and sister. You know. So who should you hug first? Who would want to be hugged first?
Depends on who you made mad.
Hilarious.
Right?
Hilarious.
I mean, there were a lot of different answers there, depending on how people felt. But I said,
I think the majority said your wife. Yeah,
I
think
said your wife.
I think that was selfish. Majority of the wives said wives.
No, that's just the order of things. That's all.
Yes, that's
all.
the order of things.
Just the order of
Well,
things.
again, so I like to say, well, I mean, if you can fight, because I know I took my mom first, because she was going to fight. So
Wow.
if you can fight, then you can get the hug first. If not, you better just wait till you hug my mom, because she was the advocate of putting hands and feet on people. That's what she wanted to do. So I'm hugging my mom first.
That sounds like it's gonna cause some problems later for you at home.
Yes.
Hey, listen, you want a black eye, or you want to argue about it later? Which one you want?
But it's
Like, I'm cool. I'm cool either way, because I'll just give you ice at home, or we can argue about why I did it. How you want to handle it?
No, it was an interesting one, because even as a mom, I would still say you hug your wife first.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the other side of it, me as a mom, I would say go hug your wife first.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you don't know like you can fight, so.
Well, I can't fight, but so go. I
my,
always admit that I can't fight.
my moves is based off of violence.
I get it.
And I really didn't get into this one. I didn't get to read the comments, but the one, is it okay for a woman to take a car from her child's father while being in another relationship? Or is it okay for the father to buy a car for his child's mother while he's in another relationship with another woman? So what do you think about
I mean,
that?
I read the comments. I don't remember what the majority said, but I saw some people. I think most people said no, and then a couple of people said it depends on the relationship dynamics, I believe, and the maturity level of the group of folks.
Right. So I definitely think maturity level works. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily have a problem with it. Especially whatever their relationship was when they left each other. Maybe if they had kids and they're good, she doesn't have a car, or maybe he hit the money and he wanted to give her a car so she can transport, because it's going to benefit the children as well. She's driving around. I don't see a problem with it. I mean, he bought us a new car, like I'm cool with that. And I think even
I don't know. I don't see her man. If she's in a relationship, I don't see her man thinking that's okay.
Yeah, because you gotta grow up. Stop, like to be mature. Because if even I know one girl I used to date that if whatever happens, I hit the lottery or something, she's getting something. You know what I mean? It's gonna be that. She's gonna get something nice too, like So it depends on that relationship. So I think that if a car is coming, you should know that you probably know that they have a good relationship, and the person, if they came in the money or whatever case may be, oh, here, I'm gonna gift you with a car or whatever case may be. I don't see a problem with that.
Just a friendly gesture.
The only reason, I know I have a friend like that she would get it. Now I don't know what her people would think, but
so friendly gesture. So
right.
So that means that different genders, I guess, can be friends. You just proved that.
No, I don't have a friend. I don't hang out with her. I don't see her. I don't talk to her.
That doesn't mean you're not friends.
But she gets this gift, so she's still a friend.
She gets a car, right? So she must be your friend.
she's going to get a car.
And that's a friend.
So we don't hang out. We don't. So again, if
you
have
don't
a
have
friend,
to
you
hang
don't
out
never.
with friends.
Okay, cool. So you're allowed to have a friend that you don't see, talk to, or anything.
But
you're allowed to have that.
Friend was your
I
turn.
have friends for almost 50 years, and we might not have seen each other for 10, but we are still great friends.
There you go.
Right, and what we said was, what I said was, because Echo's back. Whoever's doing the Echo thing, I think it depends on like what that friendship looks like, how much you're interacting. If you guys are hanging out, if you're talking on the phone, that's when it becomes problematic, I believe. Right, because you're taking away from your current relationship. Like, so nothing I do with this friend really takes away from any current thing I'm doing. Like, we may see each other at family things, but it's not like we're calling each other to hang out. Like, it's basically, if something ever happened and she needed me, I would be there. Vice versa.
But that's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Is that she's your friend?
No.
Doesn't mean that you.
No.
That's a friendly gesture.
When we talked about friends, you guys were talking about going to lunch every Friday.
Different levels of friendship.
Talking on the phone.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the level. That's
different levels. We said.
So your levels are problems.
We ain't giving out. I ain't giving out no cars to my friends.
Exactly. Ain't nobody getting no car.
Right, but you're giving them more time. You're giving them your time.
That's that level for friendship.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if I start giving friends time, they will get some penis.
Oh my God.
I get that, Doc. I can't. That just came out of nowhere.
You can be naive if you want. We're just friends.
Oh my God.
He just want to be my friend.
But
he
you
ain't
giving out
because
cars, Daryl. You giving out cars.
He again, yes. That person earned that car.
What?
Yes, that person earned it.
Then my friend earned lunch. What's the big difference? Come on now.
So you're telling me lunch with a person in person is the same as giving a car to someone you don't see?
I think giving a car is worse.
It's worse, to be honest.
Especially if you don't see them. Like, come on.
Listen,
why are you giving people cars that you are not even friends with? How does that even make sense?
Because what they provided to me in life without do anything. Right? So they're out there. What they have done, nobody is going to be able to do again. And I will be ever indebted to them. And we know the echo is. Thank you for showing us who the echo was.
Oh, got it.
But yeah, so I would be ever indebted to this person. They really did, went over and above for myself and my family. So
Wow. Okay.
They actually they're more like family that you don't see. Like
Friends who are family.
So, yeah.
I know the kind.
Yeah, right. They actually are exactly that. We're friends who became beyond like even close family. Closer than some actually my family members. So I know anything ever happens or anything. If I hit the lottery, the family members, my immediate ones I would take care of, she would be included. Okay. Yeah.
You should add your panelist on your list. We'll accept gifts. I'll accept the car.
I give you guys like a camera or something. I give everybody a big mic. Actually, I'm gonna give y'all some protection. I'm gonna give everybody some protection. Okay, get you certified.
Do you think it makes a difference if the person asks for the car versus you just doing the gesture as a nice thing?
I definitely think that makes a difference, right?
Okay.
Because that means you're going outside your relationship to do something. So I know definitely I'm like, you going to that nigga for what? Huh? For what?
I said I needed a car.
Right. Now you need a place to stay with and a new man.
But if he got it, it's for the kids.
Well, it's different in the sense that you're asking outside of the home. For me, you're asking outside of your home for something from someone. That even a friend, if you have a girlfriend to buy you a car, anybody, something like that might be a little bit more different because it's because it's making you look weak. Because she's searching for it. If I just give you a car, I ain't asked for it. I just gave you a car, gave you a new car, whatever. I think that's a little different than her going searching for it.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
In my eyes.
So is she supposed to go without a car to make you not look weak? Please.
No, she's not supposed to go out with a car to not make me look weak. She can go get another man. And now she's single. Problem solved. We're good. We're all good here.
Daryl,
at least she'll have a car.
Right?
So now she can pack her stuff up and leave in it. Good luck with that. Have a good future with that. You know what I mean? So that, because again, vice versa, if he's asking his ex-girl for a car, it would be a problem, right? Come on, man, let's stop these games.
No, we got a car. If it's only about the car,
okay, hey, listen.
I'll take the car.
Listen, if he can ask for a car and get that, then small things are easy to get then.
Here we go.
So
here we go. We sidelining. I said if we only talking about a car.
She made that explicit.
You cannot only talk about a car. It's about the request. If I can go to somebody and ask them for a car and they give it to me, I definitely get other things that are smaller than the car. I'm just saying.
So what? The status was a car. You always take stuff to the left.
The status was if someone gave you a car. Now, when you changed it, but when Doc introduced, if you ask for it, that's a different question.
Okay.
Come on, Leanne.
Point made.
Yeah. So again, I think asking for something is totally different.
Come on, what? You still wrong?
I'm definitely not.
You definitely are.
Listen,
I just learned to just let it go.
No, you didn't let it. Obviously, you let it go. You're still talking about you being wrong.
I'm not still talking about it. You gonna say, "Come on, Leanne," like, come on, I'm on your side. No, I just stopped talking. On my side,
I was gonna say, "Come on, Leanne, you know better," but I left it alone. That's why I finished. Like, no, let her think what she want to think. If your man asks another woman for a car and you're okay with that, that's cool.
We didn't say mine. I'm saying in general, people out here in the streets can do that and stuff.
Listen, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. You know, if you're, I think it'd be really, really. It's tough. I don't want my girl asking her ex-boyfriend for nothing. You know, that's difficult.
Even if he the baby dad.
Nah, not even. Because again, once we're in my household, I have to be the king of my castle, right? So if them kids need something, I'm gonna take care of it. You feel me?
Okay.
You ain't gotta go. You ain't go to him for nothing.
Okay.
Right? Because that's how you weaken your household. It's already difficult enough having some outside influence on your home because they're his kids.
Okay.
That becomes problematic to begin with, right? So I want to lessen his input, right? So I'm not. You don't got to go ask him, or she don't got to ask whatever. Vice versa, go ask them for nothing.
Makes sense.
For me, you don't have to ask them for nothing. I got it. Them kids. When I accepted you, I accepted these kids. They got it. If I got it, they got it. You feel me?
I like that.
Yes.
I mean, that's how
Good
I'm
answer.
I don't know about them else.
Yes. Great answer. We got our neck short.
Yes.
Hey,
You gotta
don't talk
get
about
that,
Leanne like
get
that.
Yeah, you gotta get that. We gotta get that answer.
So yeah.
But you know what? That reminds me of something we had talked about before about your ex doing things for you in general, like calling them to fix the plumbing, or you know, coming and putting up your blinds or stuff
take
like
the trash
that.
out, you know.
Yeah, come take the trash out.
You taking something out.
Yeah, you got to keep that straight.
Yeah, it's tough. I think for me it'd be tough if I had a girl and she's going to her ex for anything.
Yeah.
You know, she would be going to him for somewhere to leave. Like, you went where to what? Do what? What now? Say what now? Oh yeah, that ain't working. That wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't work for me.
He just bought me a new car.
Yes.
Well, see, that's different. Like I said, if he bought it, like, cool, because it's over here. You know what I mean? It's here. Like, it makes sure it's in your name, so you can't be taking it back and all that monkey stuff. But yeah, I'm not tripping over that. We got a car in the crib.
Okay.
And if we already had cars, now we got one to rent out. We're gonna make money off this. We're gonna be all right.
Now, since he bought it, Daryl, right? And she's driving around and she sees him on the corner waiting for the bus. Is it okay to give him a lift to work?
Drive by. If an idiot is buying you a car and he's waiting for the bus, please drive
I'm just
by
saying that particular day he's waiting for a bus because he couldn't park in town, whatever. And she sees him. Can she give him a lift to work?
You don't owe anybody anything.
No. Can she give him a lift to work? Is that cool?
No. Well, but you're saying it like she owes him something.
No. This circumstance, is it cool?
Wait a minute. Why would she give him a ride to work if she didn't get the car?
No, she just saw him on the corner.
No, what I'm saying is that would she do it normally without the car being given?
No. Probably not.
Right. So that means, at that point, just because she gave you a car doesn't mean you owe that person something.
Right, but would she feel like she should give him a ride to work? I'm just saying.
Well, if she feels like she should, she might as well go be with should because she could not come back to our house. I'm just saying.
I was just wondering what your take was on that.
Because Ruth,
Thank you. I got it.
That goes down that line of thinking that now you owe him.
Okay.
You know,
I don't think I thought that far down.
He'd be like, my girl out of town. Could you drive over here?
Thank you for that answer, Dow.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm saying. It can't be something where even not purposely or anyway, being held over your head. Like, well, I did this for you. Then take it back. I don't want it to come with,
conditions.
And, conditions. Okay. That to me wouldn't make sense. So if I would drive by you on a normal day, I'm just going to drive by you in the new car.
For me, I wonder how many people are going to give away cars without conditions. It's just a big gift to me. I don't know.
So again, I think, like I said, for me, it only could happen. Say if I hit the lottery for a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Where this isn't a big thing. You know what I mean? Now, you're right. It definitely is different
Yeah.
if, we're both making pretty decent money and you're buying somebody a car that, about a year's worth of your salary. That's
Right.
different.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Why is that happening?
Right.
That would be different. Like I said, I'm like, well, why is he buying a car and he ain't got
Right.
one? That would kind of, you feel me?
Okay.
That would feel like I'm gonna take it because it's a new car, but I would wonder why.
You can't do that.
Right. Why he's walking. So that would be, it'd be weird. That definitely would be
Makes
weird.
sense.
So like the only way I can see it is, like I said, if or I mean, you got people out there that are really close, like the bio fan. I mean, the dad and the mom are close, and the dad, everybody's close, and they know it's a need, and like, look, we're gonna gift you with a car.
Okay.
And so that could happen too. If you and it comes with conversation and talking. But I think, and like you said, I think you got to talk to your partner, see if people comfortable with it.
Definitely.
Some women's ego won't allow them to,
Right.
even if they don't have a car, even if they're catching a bus, and like, we'll give you, no, we ain't taking about a car, we'll keep catching this bus. I got this unlimited bus pass. I got an unlimited bus pass. So it's difficult.
Hey, I like the one that says, call me weird, but I find a big difference between love you and I love you.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean you like it?
I like it because it's no difference.
Right, Leanne. Thank you. I would say women. It shows how women can never be happy. I wanted to write it, but I don't think it would come off the right way that I wanted it to. I'm like, you women just look for anything to trip over. I love you is more because you're taking ownership. Someone said you're taking ownership of I love you. I'm talking to you. Who what? If you are majoring in the minors and you're separating the words to the point where, then you know what? I don't. I don't.
What's the difference, Ruth?
Well, that love you thing is like, that's general to everybody. Love you, girl, love you, guy. You know, that little pat on the back, love you. And that I love you is like, it puts that ownership to I love you.
What? You say I love you, girl, too. They say love you, girl. They say I love you, girl. So what's the difference?
I was trying to make it sound different down there.
You can't. Like, people jump on these things and just lose their mind sometimes. Like, yeah, girl, I means it's different. If he don't put the I on it, he don't really love you. Huh? What? This is why some people can be turned off. I'm not saying it no more. Because now you turn me off. So now, if I ever get into a discussion about, hey, well, why don't you say I? You know what? I don't.
Leanne, that was a good one. You're right. That was a great one.
I don't.
No, you're supposed
I want to find it because
say that.
I wanted to check out some of the comments. Leanne, you have it up?
Yes.
Can you read a couple of comments? One person, I'm not sure who it was talking about the I makes it more personal or something like that. Who was that? We want to call their name out. We want to call their name out. We need to know. Oh, I was waiting for this.
I'll do you one better. I'll share my screen.
Oh, there we go.
So everybody can see it.
Okay.
I forgot we got tech savvy.
Hush
while
now.
she's sharing her screen, she went a little too fast. She said she's gonna share her screen. There we go. All right, let's see.
Look at that technology. Look at her.
All right, now I can't. It's too small for me.
I can't see it
either. Yeah, I'm like, let me see. I can't make it bigger.
Someone said that's not weird at all because there is a big difference.
Now, who said that again?
Anicia Quinn.
Okay, so please, we need to know what's the big difference.
Ruth came in and said, "Big difference."
And I just demonstrated mine. So let's move on.
I don't know if you demonstrated anything, but okay. Did any men chime in on this one, Leanne?
No.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
Donnie
Because
West.
we already know that this is nonsense.
Donnie
Like-
West or Wise said just had this discussion with my friend, laugh out loud, but it is a big difference saying I takes ownership and possession of the feeling. Without I, it's nonchalant. Same
That's what I
thing
said.
when people say text love versus LOVE versus LVE. I mean LUV.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a difference between love and love.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what I was saying.
Answer is
That was my point.
no. What point? What are we talking about, Ruth? What point did I thought we had proved your point to be not a point? What are we saying here? Doc, help us out here.
What?
Is there a difference?
I don't think so.
Right. This is the irrationalness of certain people who want to nitpick everything. You want to nitpick get the chair. That's what I'm doing. Because I mean, come on, man. If someone is saying, and you gotta remember too, you also gotta give people ways to express themselves, their love, the way they want to as well, right? So now you're like, well, you got to put an I in front of it, huh? Really? This is how I express it, and it's not good enough because you need an I because that's what you used to.
If that's what we're doing, somebody else posted, Darrell. I don't know
everything. It ain't me.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are single unless you have the password to their phone.
Right. That was a question. I saw that and I'm like, is that a question? I mean, is this real? How do you feel about this? I post a lot of things. Again, that's why I put on there. This is what I saw. Is this true? Come on, Leanne.
You did not put on there. Is this true?
What's on top of it? What's on top of it?
0. Now, budge yourself.
What's on top of it?
Budge yourself.
What's on top of it?
Nothing.
I gotta find it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to share my screen?
Oh.
Please. Always share your screen because I gotta find this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Show those receipts, Leanne, please.
You know what I mean? Because personally, I can care less about your phone. I never care about nobody's phone because again, you don't go on mine and get your feelings hurt.
Wow.
Wow, that's right.
No, Doc? If you're going into something looking for something, you're going to find something. So
No.
whatever you, absolutely, whatever you see,
Not
you're going
always.
to make it. You will make something be something. So I remember one time was a girl. The girl at work was picking up food for everybody, and she had text like, something like
We're not gonna blaze over the fact that you were wrong.
I was never wrong.
And
I was never
you-
wrong.
and
The
you didn't-
screen's still not up. I see the screen not up.
You just took it down.
I just
see
took
the
it
screen not
down.
up.
Yeah, okay.
Because it wasn't up there. Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So, and it said something like, I got the food, I'm bringing the food, something stupid like that, but it was for everybody. They see it like, oh, you fucking with the girl, she bringing you lunch. No, she's bringing lunch for everybody. Like, so some things you see out of context, you're going to read into it. If you're looking for something, you're going to make that be something. That's why I said I don't go on people's phones, because if you go in there with an agenda looking for something, you're going to find something. And it may not be what it is because you're seeing things out of context.
And what about not going on there, but at least share your passwords? Can't you at least share it if you been in a long-term relationship? But maybe
tell her how toxic that is.
Maybe she wouldn't go on it.
Doc, tell her how toxic that is.
What are you talking about?
Doc, tell her how toxic it is to have to share your passcodes.
Then
I didn't say that. Who said that was toxic? I think that
you're supposed to agree.
if that's something you want to do, fine. Like if your partner needs to answer your phone because you're in the bathroom, or if
You don't
you
need a
say,
password to do that.
if you say, hey, look at that picture, pull that picture up for me, and they're busy, you know my code, just go ahead and get the picture and send it to yourself.
Right. No
Stuff like
biggie.
that. Stuff like that.
I took a class on what was it called? It was something about this. But they were like, yo, you got to have your own. Certain things are personal to you. It's okay to have some things that are
Yes, it's
personal to you.
fine. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
fine. But if you want to, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it shouldn't be
You shouldn't have to.
demanded. It shouldn't be demanded of you.
Right. There we go.
No,
There we
I
go.
agree.
Right.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
And again, sometimes I'm learning too, like, and it may not be something that's necessarily a problem, but I'm learning like a lot of guys with their friends that have like text messages where they're sending things around all day that you might not want your wife to see. It's nothing, but or even conversations you may be having with your friends. You don't want someone to see. So I don't understand why someone would need, not restricted. I don't understand why you need to go on my phone.
No, I said respect that.
Oh, for me, yeah, I would understand. There's things in there that I don't need to see, right? Because
But we can still know each other's passcodes in the event that we need them. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what you would need it for. Like,
it's not for you to know, Daryl.
I need to save your life. What is in your phone that you need to know? Well, what would they need to know?
Who knows?
Exactly. You can't even fathom anything. You can't make anything up that you need to know. There's nothing you need to know to be in somebody's phone. There's nothing.
I said a passcode, not in their phone. I would never go in the phone.
So what you need it for then?
Just in case.
Just in case what? I need to get in your phone.
Maybe
your life.
your mate's ill or incapacitated in some way.
And the answer's gonna be in his phone. The answer's gonna be in his phone. The cure to his illness is in his phone. I need a passcode.
I can't.
It's in my phone.
Oh, Lord. I can't.
There's no reason to be in anyone's phone. There just isn't. There's nothing in there that, for again, you have things in there that you're having conversations. You might even have conversations about. That wasn't we just saw something like that. One of the posts was when the lady looked in the phone, the old phone from her boyfriend, and she, I guess they were married or whatever, and she found out that he was like, he didn't find her attractive in the beginning. Like he was talking to his friend, like, yo, she's really not attractive, and she da-da-da-da-da. They're good now, but she looked in the old phone and found it. Now they broke up. She can't handle it. Like, for what? You went there and ruined your life because you found out how he felt about you then, but he grew to like you. Like,
did he really though?
He did. Like they were good at this point. They were good in a relationship.
So she thought.
Why wasn't she? Just because he didn't find her physically attractive. Again, certain times that changes. And even like when you're with people, you don't look at them every day anymore. Like that's why when they get dressed up, you're like, oh my God, you look so good today. Well, what about yesterday? You just get used to the person, right? They're just there. You don't look at them as much because you're used to, you know what I'm saying? You see them all the time. So that's probably what happened. He probably grew attracted to her due to her, whatever she did or whatever he liked about her. Attraction is not, like I said, I was dating one girl who I wasn't physically attracted to, but she was great. And when I told her I wasn't physically attracted to her, she was upset. But I didn't mean it that way. But I'm saying, so I don't know why you would go in someone's phone. So I don't know why you need their passcode.
Just because. So
I think you keep saying just because listen, you're.
Do you have any examples, Neil?
I tried, like if they're incapacitated or they're ill or
Doc.
Hey, how about this? I'll help you out. Y'all going out to see a movie or something like that. Okay. You gotta run back to the car. I have your phone and the line is moved up. Okay. So now I'm trying to get in. I need your password to get in your phone to show my tickets.
That's legit.
Wait a minute.
Or we gonna miss the show.
Why would you have his phone? And then why would I just text you your ticket? Why did you take my phone outside?
Because we were together, then we weren't together. Don't ask no questions. What you need to know is give me your password.
There we go.
Just give me your password.
Listen, I will not I will not feed into your insecurities. Okay.
My example about pictures was a legit example.
What's that?
Okay.
Pictures.
So what happened?
We were preparing something, and he got all the pictures in his phone. He takes pictures of everything. He has all the pictures. I don't take a lot of pictures, and we needed the pictures to send to the people for the thing. And he was doing other stuff, and he was like, just send them the pictures from my phone. I'm like, all right.
There you go. I like it.
Right. So how many times that happened?
I mean, it doesn't happen often.
Right.
But
Doesn't
that's
matter.
the example I'm giving. That's
It
just
has
but I
enough validity.
I have to know the passcode to do that.
So
that's a good example.
It has enough validity.
So everybody. So how many people out here? If you don't take a lot of pictures, they don't need your passcode because there ain't no pictures again. Right. That's what I just learned. And so fellas, stop taking pictures. So that excuse is done. Don't take, fellas.
That was a very good example, Dustin. Thank you.
It was a very good example. It wasn't. It was one time. It happened. It never happened again. And
okay, but she needed it for the one time, Daryl. She needed it for the one time.
Okay, so he could say, "Hey, look, my passcode is yada yada yada."
Yes.
And then when he got it back, I'm changing it now.
But
so,
why? Why? That's another question. Why?
Wait a minute. Why would I change it?
Yes.
It's still personal to me because I can have things that are just mine.
You
don't have to be in everything I have.
So you would change it because you think that I would violate our trust and go through your phone.
Right.
No. I would change it.
He said it right.
I would change it.
Yes.
No. Listen, I would change it. You're right, but I'm changing it because once you go in it and find out it's changed, then you're gonna be like, "Why you changing password?" I'm like, "Why was you in my phone?" It's a booby trap. That's what it is.
Oh my!
It's a booby trap of distrust. Wow.
There you go.
It is. Well, it is distrust because this is my phone, and you don't need to go in it, right? We should have. It's okay for me to have things that are personal to me.
I get that, but why would you think? I mean, if we're in a decent relationship, a healthy relationship, why would you think I would even violate your trust like that?
Well,
I should never do that.
Wait a minute. Here we go. My question would be, if I change my passcode to my phone, which is mine,
I would never know.
Why? Exactly.
I would
you should
never
know. You should never know until you try to go in there because you know the passcode. And I came home late one day. Now you're like, well, look, let me see. And now you see the passcode has changed. And now you're like, why you change the passcode?
And we right back to the distrust. You think I would go through the phone?
Right. That's the main
thing. That's the main thing.
I do think women who go through phones.
But all women don't, Daryl.
I didn't say all because it's all never absolute. Okay. But I can say most. I
don't even know if it's most.
So you never went to a phone room?
All the women that Daryl date go through his phone.
I have not gone through my husband's phone in 40 years before they had a phone.
What do you need a passcode for?
Because we share everything. That's what we do.
Okay. You want to know my goldfish name?
But I've never gone in that phone in 40 years.
You want to know my goldfish name?
You know what?
Talk about something else that don't matter. I'm just saying, for me, I don't think you have to share everything. There's certain things you're going to keep to yourself. And only reason because, and I never, it was a girl who brought it up. She's like, sometimes I have these conversations that I don't want nobody privy to. Like it's me and my friend maybe talking. So I get, I'm like, you're right. There's some, cause
I agree with that.
Yes, she shouldn't be in there.
That's why I said you shouldn't have to, and it shouldn't be demanded of you. But
if you want to do
you
it,
should have enough trust in your partner.
There you go.
If you want to, you should have enough trust in your partner that they wouldn't violate you like that.
Is this?
And if you don't have that kind of trust, maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship with that person.
That's the other part.
Okay. All right. Listen. So everybody trusts everybody 100%. I get it.
If you're in a relationship, that's all I'm saying. And I'm saying from the standpoint of a therapist, if you cannot trust your partner, you probably should not be with them.
Can I trust you not to buy any more shoes this month?
We're not talking about shoes.
Right. What are you talking about? No, you cannot. You cannot. But he knows that.
and not on this
that.
side either. So
So
don't
we're
ask.
not going, and there won't be any lies about that. Did you buy some shoes? Yes, I did.
Go on my phone and look at the pictures of them, right?
Right.
Right.
Very interesting.
Different for everybody. Different for everybody. I
Hey,
just don't see any
interesting.
harm in it. I don't see any harm if you're not going to violate each other's privacy. I don't see any harm in it
Again, so what's the point?
because we share everything. That's all.
Hey, listen, whatever works. I'm just saying. I don't see doing things that I never go in it. So what you want it for? Again, you're just nagging me again for no reason.
Here's another good one.
You know what? I'm gonna jump on Daryl's bandwagon a little bit.
So,
Why would you ask for it unless
I
you
wouldn't ask.
needed
I
it
wouldn't
for
ask.
something? Right.
I wouldn't ask.
Exactly.
Not you. We're not talking about using you, Ruth. And we're saying in general, like,
No,
why would you ask
no,
for
don't
it if you're
ask.
never going to
Right.
use it? Right.
But what
And
if
they
that
offer it? That's
wants to
different.
share? That's what I'm saying. What if that couple says,
yeah,
"Here's my
yeah.
code. If you ever need it, you say, here's mine."
Right.
That's what I meant.
Right. No,
But don't ask.
I have no issue with that. I think
Okay.
if you're offering up without any provocation, anybody
Got it.
saying anything, that's fine. Hey, look, I want you to have my phone just in case you want to have a bad
No
day.
asking. I agree.
You want to
Just in case you have a bad day.
spend your night. You want to spend your night crying all night. Just here's the passcode to my phone.
But no, don't ask. I totally agree.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And I think that's what it boils. Like Doc said, it shouldn't be demanded. It shouldn't have to do it. And I don't think you should be asking, "Hey, what's your passcode?"
Nope.
Because right then, my what? What's that? You better pass this conversation. Hey, Leanne, what you have? You said you had something, Leanne. What you got?
Yeah, I like the one, not like the one, but I found it interesting. The one that says men aren't happy having to be faithful to only one woman. I believe Ruth posted that one.
And again, I don't agree to that either. I think, and this is me. I don't know. I might be a little different, but I think that it's something that you think is like, oh, you want to be, but at the end of the day, it's not really the move to be with a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like one woman is, like I said, it's only one person nagging you. That's enough. Like I'm always gonna go back to the one person nagging you. I don't think, and I think men kind of, and most men usually grow out of that too, like just thinking that they want to be with a whole bunch of people. Because at a certain point, you want to be with someone you can share and build, and I don't know. I just don't. That's not me. What do you think, man? What do you think about that? You thought it was interesting. Why?
I thought it was interesting to hear how self-centered that the guy in the beginning was. Like, you just want to be unfaithful, spreading your seed all over the place. But if she was to do that to you, it definitely would be a problem.
Wait, was this the one with the woman was talking? I can't remember. Was it a video?
No, it's a man.
It was a guy first, the video.
Yeah, it was two guys.
And then the other guy came on, sort of going against what the first guy said.
So, yeah.
Got you. I don't know if I saw that one.
Okay.
I don't
I
remember.
didn't see that one.
I don't remember that one. But yeah, that
was
to
a
me
good
is,
one.
I can call it self-centered. I think it might be more of a younger-minded type way of looking at things.
My man, the dude was old.
He was old. He was long.
That doesn't matter, right? Remember, your chronological age doesn't have to match your mental age, right?
Okay.
So just because you're old,
Oh yeah,
you're
you right.
Adolescent, right? It's a lot of people out here that are grown
all the
adolescents.
time. I should know
You know
that.
what I mean?
That's true.
Okay, you keep talking. So it's a lot of grown adolescents out here, right? And somebody's getting sleepy, see there, but it's a lot of grown adolescents out here that have these very remedial type views of things that haven't grown up, that haven't changed. So that's what it sounds like. And I didn't hear it, so I can't really speak to it directly, but it sounds weird. Like men, it's better to be, what do you say? It's better to be multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, how do you phrase it?
Commit to one. I think.
Men are unhappy being faithful to just one woman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Woman.
Because running around in 3 or 4 or 5 houses at night, that is tiring. That's a lot of work. I don't know how happy that is. That's more work. And trying to make space for people. It's more work, trying to deal with 2 or 3 people than one person, to be honest. It's a lot more work. You have a lot more attitudes and things to do and be here to do. And I think it would be a lot more work.
One post was very busy this week. About
Which one?
20 comments or so. And it was, how long should you wait after a breakup to start dating again?
Right.
Somebody said as soon as the door shut.
I remember that
Right.
comment. I think it was a Daryl or something like
Right.
that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, what we waiting for? Especially if the person is kind of breaking up with you too. Like I don't know who, but they're like, look, it ain't working. All right, it ain't cool. Hey, see you later. And while they're leaving, hey, you free? Or that's when you send your what you doing. Start saying all your what you doing text.
That means you was lining them up before the relationship was even over.
I just said you said your what you doing text. You go back and start the ones you have that you know. You said what you doing? How you been? You ever get the how you been? How you been text is out of the blue? That means I just broke up with Shorty. How you been?
We need that passcode, Daryl. We need it.
Listen, I told you.
We need it.
Listen, actually, I don't put my phone in the passcode. I leave it out. Because again, if you want to hurt your feelings, you want to cry all night, go ahead. I'm trying to help you out. If you want to, it's like self-destruction. If you want to self-destruct, touch the phone. Like I'm daring you to destroy your life. Like you would need therapy. Like stop. I'm gonna have Doc's number under everything. Like call this number after you read this. You go through this phone.
Oh, Doc.
You're gonna need this after you go through this phone. Ain't no passcode on my phone for that reason. No, yeah, but I don't think you should. I mean, again, everybody's different and it depends on what's going on in a relationship. And if you want to wait, that's fine. If there's a lot of damage, I mean, you should wait because you don't want to put that on somebody else. But, you know, I mean, I think if you just sometimes you got to jump on something else to move on. Sometimes.
What's the saying?
Wow.
The best way to get over someone is to get under someone else.
Well, get on top of somebody else. I mean,
That's not the saying.
Well, for women, it's get
For
under.
women, it's get under.
Yes.
Yeah, get under because I'm on top. See, same thing. Same thing.
You
I'm
know
on
what?
top. You're on the bottom.
The most contrary person.
Don't try to drink in the middle of the show because you're going to choke.
Exactly.
Saying the same
Almost
thing
lost that.
still.
100% came out.
No. You said get under someone. That's not the same thing. Me getting under somebody. That ain't the same thing.
Doc, I understood what you meant. I got it.
Oh my goodness.
We did. I just did it from a male point of view. But I mean,
all right.
and we see, and again, people. It's funny.
Whew.
I mean, even in the comments, I think people sometimes, you know, they're not really being all the way honest because I think, you know, you might need. What is that? Oh, the cat. Like Doc, run! There's something behind you.
Never fails.
Oh man, creep right by you. And Leanne, what you talking about? You ain't waiting either.
We didn't talk about. We didn't say me. Now,
Oh,
why you
okay.
keep bringing me specifically in here?
Leanne always had these. She said these things, but they're not her. She's definitely different. She's not going to do any of the things she talks about.
I'm trying to reach a broad audience.
Right? No, right? Hey, there's an audience that's like you. You got to talk to the women like you that be like, no, I'm just not waiting. I'm just moving on. Before he get to the car, I have some else over coming over.
As long as you know. Long as you know.
Leanne be like, another beard is on the way. No. Hello? Beard is on the way. Any more, Leanne? Do one more.
One more.
Yes, one more.
The one where people were to show their spouse says,
Oh, I wasn't
ladies,
talking about that one. Oh,
post your man. Let's see who has
that one went
the
crazy.
same one.
Ain't
Nobody
crazy.
posted their man in
Ain't
that
nobody post
post.
their man. And none of y'all
Nope.
post y'all men. 'Cause
Nope.
Y'all know y'all was going to find out who's sharing. You knew.
It took a turn.
You knew it was going to double up. It didn't take a turn.
It did take a turn.
I'm learning from this group. The women in this group be lying with the truth.
I was like, oh, this is what we're doing. So let me join in.
Yes, that's why I
No.
joined in. I thought it was just a fun
It
little
was
thing.
fun.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
did
fun.
the same
You see
thing.
what I put? You see what I put? Post your man.
Well, Prince was my man, so I did.
No one posted anything. I didn't see one post. I was like, oh boy, I posted because I thought it was gonna get spicy. I was like, yo, that's my man. That's my sister's girlfriend, boyfriend. Huh? No, everybody knew not to post. They stayed away. They stayed away from that one like the plague.
I was following the flow of the group.
Me too.
That's it.
Me too.
Oh boy, come on now. This is ridiculous. I expect Ruth and Doc, y'all should have followed the rules of comment.
And then we put our real men, and everybody looking at our men. No.
Like they're looking like I know him.
Right.
I know him somewhere.
Right. How long you say you been married, Ruth? How long? I'll be like, damn. Oh.
Yeah, all right, that's what I'm telling you. Nobody.
Is that Lee from downtown?
Yo, listen, I was waiting for that post. I waited. Oh, I was waiting. I was like, please, somebody. And y'all let me down.
It was safer to put somebody that was no longer alive.
Right. Let me down. And who put Ja Rule?
I put my celebrity
Lovely
crush.
Sunshine.
I said Ja Rule. That's what y'all doing? That's the best y'all got?
See, I would have put Malcolm Jamal Warner on there, but that's he's still alive. Hubby would have been like, "No, why you put him up there?"
Hilarious.
That's who I should have put up there.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. Wow.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
You ever like someone so much that no one else is attracted to you?
Good one.
Good one.
I saw what Doc posted.
What Doc post?
Hold on. Let me scroll down to get it.
Nah, I ain't had that experience. Sorry. and I'm going to live. Anyone said they did, they lying.
That's not true.
I posted something like,
true.
"Are you blind?" Something like that.
Yeah, are you blind? Like I said, that makes no sense, right?
Do you have eyes?
Right.
Okay.
Do you have eyes?
Yeah, because just because you're with someone doesn't mean you don't see other people who are attractive or things of that nature. You know what I mean? It's life. So anyone that said they don't, to me, it's problematic because you don't see people. That's weird. That'd be just weird.
I didn't
I don't
read it
think
like
no
that.
one else
I
is
read it
beautiful.
differently. I read it like because you're, read that question again, Leanne. I can't remember exactly the wording.
You ever like someone so much that nobody else is attracted to you?
Right. You're liking a certain person so much, all that was tuned out. That's what I read it as.
Okay.
No, I don't care how much I like you. When I see Beyonce, I'm like, damn. Woo! When I see Cardi B, woo! Ha! You know what I mean? Meg Thee Stallion, woo! I'm not saying, you know what I mean? They're still attractive to me. You know
I didn't read it that
doesn't mean, huh?
I said I didn't read it that way, sir.
What's what I'm saying? So, well, what do you mean? Like, how do you take it then? I'm sorry. Like attracted, like you wanted to be with them?
Right. Like you're noticing them in that way when you're with the one you're wanting to. That's it. And I said, yes, I married him. That's how I read it.
I love you. Mm-hmm. And Ruth, you are a unicorn. You are very different. So
thank you. Where's my horn?
I do believe you.
Where's my horn?
You're very, very different. I don't know if I could take your type of love. I just don't know if I'm built to be loved the way you love. Nah. Yeah, I don't know.
You got to give up that passcode mutually. There's some things that got to happen. Nah.
Yeah, the love that you give.
Too much, Doc. Like, too much.
Yeah, like Ruth has almost close to perfect love I've ever seen. Okay, I don't know.
It's a state of mind. It's a state of mind.
Yeah, crazy people are a state of mind too. But I'm not saying. I'm just saying you just have a love really that is like.
I do.
it's different levels, right? It's different. So I can really believe you. Like, I don't see nobody else. Nobody else.
I did. That was it.
I don't see nobody, but Malcolm and Jamal Warner.
But
So-
no, everybody has a
Doc, see, I did that.
celebrity. See, that's wrong. Everybody
Doc, see, I
has a
did that.
celebrity.
See, I did that, Doc.
That was good. That was good.
But-
That was good.
Yeah. No. But I believe you. So, but I know no matter who I'm with, I think that you.
Well, Daryl, I believe that about you.
Right, because I stay true to life. Like, there are other attractive people out there. There are going to be people who are attractive no matter what. You know what I mean?
Let them be attractive.
Not
over
saying
there.
I want to. Not saying I want to go jump on all of them, but I'm like, no, she's very attractive. Like, she's really pretty. Like, that girl's very beautiful.
Of course.
You know, very. So I that's how I took it. Like, you just
Okay.
you turn off attraction. No, I don't. People are still attractive. You know. But it doesn't
Now,
mean I
should
wouldn't
you
want to do
say
anything.
that to your partner?
I know now not because women can't take anything. I know now. I learned you can't. Women can't take, because I'll do it even. So for me, like seeing a darker skinned woman on TV, I'm really, especially today, you see a lot more than you did in the past. So I'll say it like, wow, that's a really pretty woman.
Yes.
Right. That's really pretty. You're not used to seeing a woman of color like that on TV. And I'll say it. And I'm going to say it a lot. Like, you always talking about something. Huh? Like, I'm just pointing it out because it's to me, it's great to see, you know, a beautiful chocolate woman on TV.
But if you saying that every time you see a beautiful chocolate woman on TV and she light skinned, that might be a problem.
Right.
That
See,
might
and that's
pose
what
a
it is.
problem, Doc.
That's what it is.
Problem after a while.
Right. And that goes to show that she has a problem because I'm with you. I never say that about women. I'm with you. So why are you tripping?
But a lot of times a woman, even a man, if you keep saying one thing, they will think that you're with me, but you really want something else.
Well, that's why I try to explain. I said, listen, because me being dark skinned, I didn't see a lot of dark skinned people. And then we had dark skinned men, you know, but now we're seeing more dark skinned women. I said, I only pointed out because it's so new to me and I love seeing it.
Yeah.
I'll tell them that.
I think that's
And
cool.
it's still a problem.
I think that's cool to share.
It's still a problem because women are kind of crazy sometimes. It's a little cray-cray. A little cray-cray.
But again, some things are okay to share like that. Like I sit there and say, whoa, there's Malcolm Jamal, you know, and Lee's sitting right there and he'll say, there's Gabrielle Union, and we cool with it. You know, it's okay.
Right. Because Gabrielle is sexy. You understand me?
I got
Every
it.
time
He's
I see
made
her,
that
I'm like,
clear.
look at them cheeks. See how her
He's
voice
made
went
it
up?
clear.
Look, she made it clear. She got a little problem with it. See that? She got a little problem with it. look, she can't even fake it. Hey, she got a little problem with it. See that I'm talking about? That's what I'm
There's
talking
no
about.
problem, Darryl.
Hey, why her voice so high? Leanne, you hear that?
There's no
Why she go up the
problem,
octave?
Darryl. You did say my voice. There's no problem, Darryl.
She said, there's no problem. So, but see, for me, I think that you should be able to say these things, right? You should be able, even I know my brother and his wife are really cool. And they adapted. They see something out. He see a girl with a big butt, like, that's me. And she'll be like, that's me. They'll say these things. I think it's great because sometimes it gets out that angst. It doesn't become something that's like,
Right.
like I got to hide this look. I can't do anything, which makes it now you're hiding it, makes it a little bit more alluring.
Right.
But if you just put it out there, it's over. I get it out. I see somebody, I can say something and move on. So I'd rather be able to be honest with you and say what I see, as long as I like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's the way you say it.
Yeah, right. I'm not trying to go.
I gotta wipe my
OD
drool
on
off
it.
your mouth, and that's
Right. Well, no, sometimes I might drool because some of these things are enormous. I seen this girl at the dollar store today. I was like, oh my God. Her thing was like crazy. And then the dude at the register had got her number. But she looked old though. She was like 75. But she got her button done. I was kind of confused. He was like, man, she showed me some pictures of her when she dressed up. She really looked good. I'm like, all right, okay. Like that grandma may not be able to handle it, but
what we tell you about them stale crackers, all right? What we tell you?
Yeah. Ain't nobody with no stale crackers. Hey, Leanne, nobody with no stale crackers. get her fresh pack. But it was amazing. Like I was looking like, woo. Like I know if I had a girl with me, I would have to look. I couldn't even like for me to hide that look would have been embarrassing. Like and then it'd have been more awkward. I might as just look and let you know I'm looking, so we can just so you're not trying to fight me in the dollar store. Like, what you looking at? You know what I'm looking at.
That's when you know you're cool with your relationship.
Right.
If I would have nudged my husband, like, check her out.
Right. Because you know what? That really helps you to relax and be able to look at it because you're going to look at it. And it's not that you want it, it's just that you see it and you have to acknowledge that you see it. Like, look at that.
He said you have to.
You got to. You know what I mean? You got to be like,
all in fun. All in fun.
Right. And as long as you know it's all in fun, that's it. So
that's it.
You know what I mean? Hey guys, another great show, right?
Yes,
Pretty good. Comments were good. We had a lot of posts. We're gonna start shouting some of you people out with your posts, especially if you go your posts when you go left. You start talking crazy. Okay, we're gonna call you out on here. We want you to stand up to your post and what you wrote. You want to stand up to your comment. We want to question you about your comments.
Say it with your chest.
With your voice up here, as he says.
Right. I'm saying, you can tell you get excited, your voice go up, you know?
I'm going to start putting some unexpected responses in there this week. I got something for you.
All your responses, they're expected. I know.
No, I'm putting unexpected in. That's what I said.
Oh, well, you can't, because I'm telling you, you're a unicorn. You're just full of love.
All right. Watch for this week. Watch this week.
Hey, Leanne, watch these weird comments we're going to get. We're like, what?
Can we post anonymously, Doc? Can we do it anonymously?
You can. If you look on top, you hit the button.
I'm doing anonymous. Look for the anonymous.
So when you announce that you're doing it anonymously, we know it's you.
We're going to know it's you.
When you announce it.
Now we know you're anonymous.
Or even worse, somebody else is gonna do it anonymously. We won't think it's you. Like Ruth is bugging this week.
I can't.
It might be me now. Now you just set it up. I'm like, yeah, I love my husband so much. Like it might be me now. But any last words, Leanne? What you got?
I have nothing. Bye-bye.
How dare you? Neil, how about you? What you got?
Just keep spreading love. It's not a unicorn thing, okay? Some people love just that hard, all right? Guilty as charged, whatever.
I don't know. Nobody loved that hard.
Well, you met her, so there you
go. I did. I'm definitely. It's great to see it, right? Because you don't really see love like that anymore.
Yeah, and people don't believe it. That's what kills me. They don't believe in it, oh well, they don't have to.
Well, even if they don't believe it, maybe they just don't show it as much. Like I believe Doc has the same type of love, but she's just more.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know but Doc has her professional, she keeps her stuff. Yeah.
That's what I mean. You just out here like
I don't care.
I love it. Team Lee. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, it's Team Lee over there.
I know what time it is over there. That's Team Lee. We're retired. We loving over here. We done.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Like you're the type of couple like I know ain't nothing but they good.
We good.
Thank God. You would be shocked if something happened. Like really, stop playing. Not them.
Don't jinx us. Don't jinx us.
No jinx. I'm just saying, you guys are. Pretty
We're hanging,
right? And you make it work. So that's definitely, I think that's good to see for people to see, right? It translates through for people to see like you can find love, and you can work through it, and you can get here, and it can be long term, and you just have to put in the work, and you will be this happy. Like if you want to be happy like me, this is what I did.
That's it.
There it is.
Share those codes, and you're good to go for 30 years.
There you go. Share the codes. Yeah, boy. Here we go. This thing will do 30 years. Doc, what you got?
The insurance information was really good. I think everyone should go check him out. Check out his YouTube channel, check out his Instagram, and see if he can help you out. See if there's some information that you might need to start helping to build that generational wealth that he was talking about.
Right. And I
will
know
say that insurance is just not just that the death policy that we all know about.
Right. That's all we know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was about to say. I was about to piggyback on it and say, I think that even if you think you know, or maybe you do know, I think he had more information that maybe that could help out, right? I think he could definitely help all levels of people who are looking into insurance. So, and even if not through him, just look into it. This is a very interesting. I learned a lot, like I said, more here than I did at the ones that they do at work or the people that come around. Like I said, they usually talk about in case of death. Right. So it definitely was a lot of information, and it was a lot. So I might even replay this and watch it again a couple of times to kind of get all the information. And then Jeff, definitely look for his book. I think it's called Get Your Life Together. He said it was on Amazon, so definitely guys try to go and pick that up. Everybody, the room is growing, so we thank you. I made a call like, hey, we need to get to 300, and people just started, putting out to their friends, and we are growing. So keep it up. The room is growing. I love the difference in comments we get. So we're learning from each other. It's great. It's definitely a safe space. You can share whatever. No one's really going at each other. I think even the Discord is respectful. Everybody's, respectfully, and people are even joking. So it's really good. The room is really good. It's a great place to be. Invite your friends. Get more people to subscribe. Also, the Nothing But Answers YouTube channel. Check us out. Please like, subscribe, and that notification bell on there as well, because this way you'll be notified when we go live. So we may go live on a different day one day. So we Friday we'll be here, but maybe something may happen and we'll just jump on. So hit that notification button so you'll be notified each and every time we go live. I think that's it. Did I miss anything?
I think you got it all.
You got
I'm
it.
not sure. You got me. So thank you guys for joining us this week. I know it's a little longer because we had the guy, Countney Beckles come in with the insurance information. Next week we'll be back and maybe look a little different because somebody's having a birthday and they
two people, right? Doc may not be here. No, but she might.
We ain't doing all that right here. Green room talk. Hey, look, we're out of here. People talking. We got to go. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Good show. All right, guys. Have a good one. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
He is fun.
Wait. We still on. I can't. There we go. I couldn't get to the button. Dang it, Ruth. You about to talking too early.
You should have clicked it off.
I couldn't get it. My screen was too big.
Big screen, big mic.